like new again, my manner poised and calm. Stay far away, my love, far away, till I forget I gazed at you today, today.
Jenny, I was in the yard. I couldn't sleep. I saw the light in your window. I knew you were alone. I tried to stay away. I tried, but Jenny,
Did anyone see you?
No one. The castle is dark. I was careful. Jenny, don't be afraid.
But I am afraid.
I swear we're alone. No one saw me enter. Jenny, there's nothing to fear. Arthur won't be back until... Forgive me, Jenny.
We're not alone, are we, Lance?
We are.
We're not. Here you are with your arms around me, and the first thing we can think of is him.
But you love me, Jenny.
Of course I do. And I always shall. Night after night I've thought of you here and wished for it with all my being. And suddenly we're less alone than ever.
But why?
Now that the people are gone, can't you see the shadow between us? It's wider than the sea. It fills the room. Perhaps it would be better if we had never said a word to each other at all.
Jenny, it's because we're here in Camelot, that everything is so wretched.
No, Lance.
Jenny, come away with me to joyous God. Let us have it open and above board at last.
Lance, I've told you 1,000 times, I shall never leave Arthur. Ever. Now let us say no more about it.
But this agonizing torment, day after day, year after year. Would God I had your talent for acceptance, your invincible English calm.
Oh, the insensitivity of sensitive men, always suffering so much that they can suffer nothing for others. You think you're the only one in torment. I'm just as tortured, just as anguished as you. What would you have us do to this man we both love? Run away, leave him, make him publicly miserable, force him to declare war on you, where either of you, if not both, would be killed, as well as hundreds of others. What sort of heartbreaking solution is that?
Forgive me, Jenny. I shall never mention it again, I swear. Nor shall I ever come to you again. I swear that too.
Lance, have we no more tender words to say to each other?
A note of thanks from Sir Lionel. I'm allowing him to carry my kerchief tomorrow.
Jenny, I would be grateful if you'd withdraw your permission from Sir Lionel.
At this late date, Arthur, it would be rather awkward.
Then let Lancelot carry your kerchief against Sagramore.
I promised it to Sagramore.
And then against Dinadan.
He asked so prettily I couldn't refuse.
What? This is appalling. Jenny, there are issues involved here which obviously you've overlooked. It will seem to the court as if you're rooting for his downfall, championing Lancelot's defeat.
We don't know he'll be defeated. Besides, he knocked you unconscious and you woke up his bosom friend. Perhaps he'll knock them out too and they'll all take a house by the sea together.
Jenny, at the risk of disappointing the other knights, I ask you to withdraw your permission from all.
Arthur, I believe you're jealous of the knights and their attentions to me. Are you, my love?
Jealous? Jealous? What absolute rubbish! You know perfectly well I'm delighted the court adores you. I'd be astonished if they didn't. And I trust you as I do God above. They've carried your kerchief in tournaments 100 times, and Jenny, you've dragged me off the subject, and I want to get back on it. Will you withdraw your permission?
Only if you command me, as king.
And if I do, will you forgive me?
Never.
If I ask as your husband, will you as a favor?
No. The knights are against him, and I quite agree with them. I find him just as overbearing and pretentious as they do.
This is not the issue. The issue is your kerchief. Can we not stay on the subject?
There is nothing more to be said. If the king wishes me to withdraw permission, let him command me, and yours humbly will graciously obey.
1,000 pardons, milady. Oh, wait, don't run. Please, I won't harm you.
You lie! You'll leap at me and throw me to the ground!
I won't do such a thing.
Then you'll twist my arm and tie me to a tree.
But I won't.
Then you'll sling me over your shoulder and carry me off.
No. I swear, by the sword of Excalibur, I swear I won't touch you.
Why not? How dare you insult me in this fashion? Do my looks repel you?
No, you're beautiful.
Well then, we're alone. I'm completely defenseless. What kind of a cad are you? Apologize at once.
I apologize. I'm not certain what I've done, but from the depths of my heart, I apologize.
Ah, I think I know. You heard me praying.
I couldn't help it, milady. You prayed rather loudly.
And you know who I am.
You're Guinevere.
Yes, of course. You're afraid because I may be your queen. That accounts for your respectful, polite, despicable behavior.
Milady, I would never harm you for any reason. And as for what to do with you, I'm at a loss. I know you are to be queen, and I should escort you back to your carriage. At the same time, you're a maiden in genuine distress. It's chivalry versus country. I can't quite determine which call to obey.
You'd better decide quickly. They'll soon reach the carriage and discover I'm gone. Then all of Camelot will be searching for me. At least that will be exciting. Unless, of course, everyone in Camelot is like you and they all go home to deliberate.
Oh, why isn't Merlin here? He usually senses when I need him and appears. Why does he fail me now?
Who?
Merlin, my teacher. He would know immediately what to do. I'm not accomplished at thinking, so I have Merlin to do it for me. He's the wisest man alive. He lives backwards.
I beg your pardon.
He lives backwards. He doesn't age. He youthens. He can remember the future so he can tell you what you'll be doing in it. Do you understand?
Of course I don't understand. But if you mean he's some sort of fortune teller, I'd give a year in paradise to know mine. I can never return to my own castle, and I absolutely refuse to go on to that one.
You refuse to go on ever?
Ever. My only choice is... Don't stare. It's rude. Who are you?
Actually, they call me Wart.
What? What a ridiculous name! Are you sure you heard them properly?
It's a nickname. It was given to me when I was a boy.
You're rather sweet, in spite of your name. And I didn't think I'd like anyone in Camelot. Imagine riding 7 hours in a carriage on the verge of hysteria, then seeing that horrible castle rising in the distance and running away, then having a man plop from a tree like an overripe apple. You must admit for my first day away from home it's quite a plateful. If only I were not alone. Wart, why don't you... Is it really Wart?
Yes.
Wart, why don't you run away with me?
I? Run away with you?
Of course, as my protector. Naturally, I would be brutalized by strangers. I expect that. But it would be dreadful if there were no one to rescue me. Think of it. We can travel the world. France, Scotland, Spain.
What a dream you spin, and how easily I could be caught up in it. But I can't. Milady, to serve you as your protector would satisfy the prayers of the most fanatic cavalier alive. But I must decline.
You force me to stay.
Not at all.
But you're the only one I know in Camelot. Whom else can I turn to?
Milady, if you persist in escaping, I'll find someone trustworthy and brave to accompany you.
Then do so immediately. There's not much time. Where are the simple joys of maidenhood? Where are all those adoring, daring boys? Where's the knight pining so for me? He leaps to death in woe for me. Oh, where are a maiden's simple joys? Shan't I have the normal life a maiden should? Shall I never be rescued?